The game's fucked up, niggas beats is banging, nigga your hooks did it. The lyric penning equal to Trump's winning. The bigger question is how the Russians did it. It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin.
Days, is you ready?
Oh yeah.
Stumpy, is you ready?
I think so. But you don't need to call me Stumpy, you asshole.
Grizz K304, is you ready? I'm ready as I can ever be. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna need some silence right now. I need some silence right now. Somebody caught a body this weekend. Somebody got put in the body bag. Moment of silence for Pusha T. Moment of silence for all the coke dealers out there. All the Pablo Escobars. That nigga Drake put him in the body bag. But nah, what's up, y'all? UnFiltered Podcast, episode number 20.
Hey, you got it wiped for the first time.
20 weeks we've been doing this, man. And that subscribe button has barely gone up. What the fuck is y'all doing? We see all the views going down. We see all the views. But where the likes at? Where the subscribers? Y'all slacking off. I blame Stumpy.
What?
Yeah, you're unappealing. You need to be more appealing. This podcast week, I'm gonna need a little more fire out of you. All right?
What?
You need to step your game up.
What about Alex?
Whoa. Check yourself.
Nah, but before we get into any topics, how's everybody's weekend been?
It's been pretty good.
Good, pretty good. How's you?
Yep, pretty good. You know, I got back from Morgantown yesterday. You know, I'm all good. You know what I'm saying?
Cheese girl.
He was all boot up.
Boot up, and my heart go boot up.
And we're not about to start singing.
Oh, we are about to start singing. As long. Hey, that's gonna be your theme song. That's gonna be your theme song. Boot up.
Nah.
Like, yeah, I'm hanging out with my boo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
Man, but I hope everybody out there has had a great weekend. Hope everybody has had a great week. I definitely had. So,
can I say one thing, Caleb?
Oh.
Nah, I believe the one thing I'm gonna say is gonna be annoy the hell out of me.
It might.
It might. If it might, I want you to keep it to yourself right now.
Well, it's important.
To yourself.
Man, keep it to yourself. We're
To
not gonna have this
yourself.
conversation.
I guess you don't care about vacation.
Yes, I don't care about the vacation, and right now we're not gonna bring that up because we're gonna get into some topics right now. So, I want to ask y'all guys before we start, what do we necessarily want to start with? Do we want to go ahead and jump right into the obvious elephant in the room, or do we want to wait for a bit?
I say we wait for a little bit.
Okay. Do y'all know what I'm talking about when I'm saying the elephant in the room?
I believe so.
I have no idea, but whatever.
Well, the combo I was going to start off with was going to be Pusha T versus Drake.
So I thought it was going to be.
But y'all still wanna wait for that? You wanna get into the NBA right now?
You guys can talk about the NBA stuff, because I don't know.
Listen, we already know you don't know shit about sports. You don't have to bring it up every time. And tell Sparky back there, Rocco, Sugar, I don't know which one of them fucking dogs it is. Tell them to be quiet. Throw him a bone. I forgot the other one. What's the other one's name?
Princess?
Princess. Yeah. Throw him a bone or something. Tell him, shut the hell up. I'm on my podcast. Leave me alone. And slam your door at him.
You never gotta get that over on you. You gotta take it on serious the whole time, won't you?
Okay, let's jump into. So, for the fourth time in a row, it will be the Golden State Warriors versus LeBron.
Yep.
Because that's all it is. And so I'm not going to say the Cleveland Cavaliers It's Golden State Warriors versus LeBron.
Yeah.
Because that's the only one that's kept them in the game. So, how do you feel, Alex, about what we're going to witness on Thursday?
I am so tired of this matchup. 3 matchups in a row was perfect because the Warriors won one, LeBron got his revenge, and then KD got his revenge on LeBron. So it was like the perfect culmination of a trilogy. I don't want a fourth. It doesn't make any sense. We don't need a fourth. There's nothing to prove anymore. What is LeBron going to prove? That if he gets swept? He's been swept in the finals before, back in 2007. Don't need to prove it again. Pick it ain't.
Well, I think for him, it's not to prove this, to lose. Yeah, I can lose a 6th time. No, he's not going there to prove people he can just lose. I don't think, like I said before, I don't think LeBron, I think he's aware that he has nothing left to prove. But when you're in the game, you want to win. When you step out onto the floor, and for you to win 3 times, you got those 3 rings. Why not go for a 4th one? Why not go for the next one? But that's the obvious thing. We already know that he's a competitor. Now, this being the 4th time these two have met in a row, I have several questions for you. One, do you believe that the NBA is rigged?
I don't know, because how close the Warriors came to being knocked out. I don't believe the NBA is rigged.
I don't believe it's rigged either. I feel like it's hard to rig something like that. But then again,
it would be.
Listen, I want people out there to, you gotta stop with the rig shit. These niggas is not walking out with scripts of what shot they need to make every game. So I need to do this, I need to get this block. Referee's gonna come in over here and blow the whistle. It's a technical foul. No, they're not doing that. And I feel like for live sports like that, it's kind of hard for you to rig it. And it's hard for necessarily the referees to sway the game like that. Now, NBA being rigged is the easiest cop-out for any team that loses. Exactly. Or for a person whose team is sitting at home and they're just tired of seeing the same people going in the damn championship. I don't believe it's rigged, so we gotta calm down off the rigged shit. Next question I have for you is, since this is the 4th matchup, can we compare these two teams? Can we put them in the same rivalry category as the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers?
That's very hard. Because a part of me is like, yeah, but the only reason the goddamn Cavs made it is because of one person. It's not the whole team. Unlike the Warriors, where it's the whole team is the reason why they make it. Cavs got one person leading. One person. Now, if Kyrie was still there, I could be like, yeah, it's a rivalry.
Yeah.
But, not with only LeBron being a reason, especially when they're probably going to get swept, or a gentleman's sweep, like last year. Heck, last year they had Kyrie and lost 4-1.
But I'll say this about the whole Boston Celtics and Lakers rivalry. There was quite times in a row where the Celtics were just dominating. But, the Lakers and the Celtics, they met up against each other, I want to say like 13 times. Throughout the span of different decades. I think it was 12 or 13, 14 times. I don't know. Somebody out there, if I get it wrong, I'm sorry. I try to pry shit off of information. I just ain't got the information and I don't feel like looking it up. You can do it yourself. Wikipedia. That always helps. But that was the rivalry. There was always a time where, the Celtics were just dominating over that time. And I agree with your point to some extent about it just being one guy that's carrying the team. And Yeah, it's the closest thing. If you think about it, it's the closest thing that we got to the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers. Because I can't necessarily name two other teams that have met up so like consecutive times like that. I don't know. Maybe not the Celtics, but the Pistons and the Lakers, maybe. I don't know. But I feel like it is this generation's Boston Celtics, LA Lakers. I feel like it's the best we're gonna get. Or maybe it's just LeBron versus the Warriors. This is what it is now. I don't know.
Yeah, LeBron versus the world.
Yeah, that's what it is. This is LeBron versus the world, because everybody else on the team. But they did, watching the Game 7, they did play better defense. But you're stepping up against the juggernaut and the Warriors.
Yep.
So, Game 1 starts Thursday. But I'm just going to ask the overall question. Who will win the NBA championship, and in how many games?
Oh, it's going to be the Warriors probably in 5. Yeah. Only reason I'm giving Cavs 1 is because the Warriors seem to have trouble closing out sometimes.
Yeah, that was... Well, to me, I feel like the second half Warriors was the scariest Warriors.
Yep.
It's really hard to get to them when they're definitely in that momentum. Same thing that happened last night. Rockets were balling out in the first half. I was like, okay. And they were balling, bro.
Yeah. I remember the score.
But then second half was just a completely different story. How the hell you go 7 and 44 from 3?
I wonder about that.
7 and 44. My
Yeah,
nigga,
it's ridiculous.
are you trying to catch a sponsor from Waste Management with all them fucking shots? That shit was just awful. I was like, oh yeah, it's over. It's over. You giving all those opportunities that you had, man. And then another thing, with Chris Paul being out, you have no leader.
Right.
I said this before, I'll say it again. James Harden is not no leader. He's not a leader. He doesn't know how to lead a team to a championship. He can play good. He's fun to watch. When the nigga's on offense, because obviously on defense he's just an eyesore. But he's fun to watch. So yeah. I just knew, like, motherfuckers, I saw a couple people on my timeline, like, yeah, Rockets. Nah, nigga. Nah. The second half Warriors, they gonna give it to you. Because they know that this is a win or go home situation. But y'all didn't play like that in the second half. And that's what ended up happening. Back to the Warriors and Cavs. Yeah, I'm gonna say the Warriors in 5. Just believe.
Right.
Just because I feel like LeBron's just not gonna let it go to a sweep. You're like, nah, if I'm gonna lose, I ain't gonna get swept. Not again.
Like, I'm not happening again. Like, yeah, it's gonna happen to Braun. Yeah, boy.
But no. What happens? Now, this is a what if. If LeBron was to somehow beat the Warriors,
The innocent.
and this is a stacked up Warriors team,
Right.
where do we... Okay, let me rephrase the question. How do we treat the Jordan and LeBron comparisons? Do we treat it with a little more credibility than what we gave it probably like 2 years ago? Because when he beat him in 2016, we was like, okay, maybe that dude. But then Kevin Durant came along. But if he was to beat that team with that terrible roster that he has, how do you feel?
We would... unfortunately have to make a consideration for him being the GOAT. Yep.
That's tough. That's tough. I don't think he's gonna do it. And if he loses, people are, of course they're gonna shit on him.
Dang right.
But you gotta understand, like, that's a tough thing. But only LeBron can wear the, you know, the loser. What's it called? This the bashing. He can wear it well, and it won't necessarily phase him. So to him, it's not much of a big. But I feel like if it wasn't Warriors and Cavs, man, just like I told you before we even started the show, like, it's unattractive to see another team versus another team at this point in time, unless those teams are like stacked up with different superstars and shit. Like, if Kyrie and Gordon Hayward did play and they did win the conference finals and the Rockets did win, that would be attractive because you have superstars. Well, I don't count Gordon Hayward as a superstar, but y'all, the laymans of the NBA, y'all think he's a superstar. But yeah, you got two superstars versus another two set of superstars. It would be attractive then, but then I don't know. Warriors and Cavs, to me, it's attractive. So of course the league is gonna run with it for a minute, but then it kind of contradicts what I said of where I don't think the NBA's rigged.
Well, I don't know.
And
I feel like everyone.
Yeah. But
I feel like just too many fans are screaming, "We want something different" for this to be attractive. Like, the fans are like, "No, we don't want this," and it happens.
Because honestly, would you think that the Celtics that played in the conference finals versus the Houston Rockets or the Golden State Warriors, do you think that would be necessarily an attractive matchup? Because I don't think.
I think it would be so refreshing to people that it would still bring in the ratings that NBA wants.
So you saying, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So you saying like the Warriors and Cavs are going to be? You think the ratings are going to go down?
Yeah, because there's no storyline to this one. There was a storyline to all three of those other finals, and there's no real storyline here. It's the fourth time they faced. No one expects anything from these Cavs, and it's like, I don't know.
I think the storyline, there's kind of like two storylines. One being is how far can LeBron go with this team? And if he gets far and wins, where do we rank him against Jordan? That's two. And the third one is, okay, LeBron lost. Here comes free agency. Does LeBron opt out of his contract and becomes a free agent? Where does he go? And blah, blah, blah. So it's more so, it's LeBron. It's LeBron that necessarily makes it attractive for the media people, especially in the situation that he is in now. I don't think if free agency was a part of it, then yeah, I think it wouldn't be much of a story to talk about. But to see how far that the Cavs have gotten with the weak team that they have, it creates some type of story.
Science will reveal the truth.
So I don't know. And I'm not gonna even continue to say where I think LeBron is because I felt like we talked about that shit like so many times.
Right.
I don't know where the nigga's gonna go. I really don't. I really don't. There's people who say Philly's like the favorite, I guess the Vegas favorite for him to go, and the second one is like the Cavs. I don't know. We just gotta see. Yeah, I think the Warriors is gonna win though. But the more attractive story is what does LeBron do after? But we
Go
will see.
Warriors. Take him
We
down.
will see. Man, fuck the Bloods. Nah.
Take them. Oh God.
Nah, but we'll see. Hopefully, it will be something worth watching. I don't know. I fear that it's not going to be, but we'll see on Thursday. Who's gonna win on game 1? Who do you think is gonna win?
Golden State. It's in Oracle. I don't think Cavs stand a chance in Oracle.
I think they get one game. I think that would be game 2.
You think they're gonna get game 2 in Oracle when they couldn't even get game 2 in Boston?
They got game 7 in Boston. Hey.
They did. That choke job. That choke job. Oh my God.
I don't know. Well, yeah, you're right. I think they'll be 2-0 when it comes to. I don't know. We'll see. Well, is there anything else we want to add to that? I know Stumpy is this illiterate when it comes to sports, so we'll leave him out of it.
There's a
Stumpy,
rumor going
you're
around.
back on him. Go ahead.
That Paul George is going to stay in OKC. Rumor. Apparently his agent has been telling people he's going to stay, but it's not confirmed at all.
If he stays, that's on that thing.
Right.
And that's completely on him because what was the growth that you had with that team? I don't know. I didn't see nothing. And if they sit there and say, well, Carmelo's the problem, no, nigga, it's not Carmelo. Even though the nigga was shooting up some bricks, nigga was serving bricks the whole damn time. You thought he was damn Bob the Builder out there. Nah, it's not Carmelo, and I don't know what they think. I think it's the coach personally. I think Billy Donovan is just not cut out for coaching the NBA.
Yeah, kind of trash.
Because with that talented roster, and you guys, I didn't even win 50 games. I'm trash. So, that's just what I feel. And if Paul George wants to stay, be my guest. Just know that you won't win a championship. And that's just facts. That's just facts. You won't even make it to the conference finals.
Nobody likes George Paul.
He hasn't necessarily proved anything. He's just a name.
Right.
You know?
Like that fake playoff P. Like who playoff P? He disappeared. Playoff P disappeared.
So that's why I see when all the Lakers like, oh man, I really hope we sign Paul George. Oh wow. Did y'all even watch the playoffs? This nigga was trash. Only had necessarily one good game. The last game, how many shots did he make? Like 1.
Yeah, he barely had any points.
Yeah, man. Like, how are we gonna win a championship with that nigga, man? Stop it.
Had like 7 points.
No, stop that stuff. I was gonna tell Stumpy something. I was gonna ask if Stumpy had anything he wanted to bring to the conversation.
I can't say anything because I don't watch sports, so I can't say anything.
You don't watch sports, you're not a real man.
No, you're trash. But anyway, well, what was you gonna say, Brandon? I think you was gonna bring up a topic or something. I don't know.
Not
you was gonna
now.
say something.
I could say one if you say one.
Nah, there's not. I feel like me and you have the same thing actually.
We all have the same, like me and you have a bunch of the same topics, but the one I was gotta do is the one I told you I was gonna do as a quick hit.
What was the quick hit again?
I was gonna say how Lozanne made her show get canceled all because there were a tweet.
Oh, it didn't make it canceled. It got canceled.
Yeah, made it get canceled.
Not canceled. She was trying to be, you know, on her MAGA shit. I thought she couldn't say anything. I don't know who's the dude. I guess it was a former aide of Obama. For y'all who don't know, she basically called that aide of, what was it? Like a Muslim terrorist mixed with Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
Roseanne for you. She's a weird, just a comedy.
Hey man, I had to make sure she got the message on Twitter. I was like, oh yeah? Oh yeah, fuck you, ain't your trash ass show, nigga. That's why I got canceled. ABC was like, nah, nigga. And then why you gonna make those comments why the president of ABC is a black woman?
Right? It's like you wasn't thinking about this one, was you?
Yeah, you're not too bright now, are you, Roseanne? I guess Roseanne Barr doesn't she lowered the bar.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
Yeah, and then you got a little black girl on the show.
She even said
she was
offended. She was offended on it.
Yeah, one of the sites was tweeting on there, I will not be returning to the show. I'm like, shit, the show canceled now, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna be on the show now.
ABC even confirmed it was had 2 more. It was gotta do 2 seasons. So I'm like, so after this season, they're gonna just cancel it flat out, or just dump them all on like Hulu or something.
And to what Alex had said about it, the viewership. I think why it got so many views is because it's a conservative actor in a conservative family portrayed on television.
Yep.
That sounds true.
That's what a lot of people said.
So that's why, because everything's like liberals, snowflakes got out just taking over Hollywood. Like, we finally got our conservatives on television, yay! That's why it did so good, and it was that reason when Trump bigs you up for your ratings.
Right.
Like if Trump like you, I know to not like you. So the Roseanne, fuck you. You lost your show. What are you gonna do now with your life? I don't know. Ask your boy Trump what he's gonna do. Probably make you the official national pig. Put you in a zoo somewhere. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't know what presidents do. Yeah, it should be like, the Washington D.C. state pig. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's talk about. Well, Alex, you got something?
Yeah, I'll quickly talk about the absolute failure of Han Solo movie's box office. The lowest opening for a Star Wars movie in, I think, Star Wars history. So.
He's telling
That's
the truth.
just funny.
Did we predict that was going to happen?
There's a lot.
Or was he just talk about the quality?
We just talked about the quality.
Yeah, I figured the quality wouldn't be up to par. I did not think it was going to fail like that. I'm glad it did, though. It's going to teach Disney a lesson.
Not everybody needs a spin-off.
Alright, this was a fail. No more of these. But, what kind of had me question is, like, how the hell did y'all hear what Donald Glover said? Like, he knew Lando was pansexual. And nigga, how the fuck you know that nigga was pansexual?
Probably in the
We
script.
never see that nigga around nobody, bruh. You knew he was pansexual by reading the script. No, they made the script, so they made him pansexual. What the fuck is pansexual anyway?
You choose who
really
you
don't
want to
know.
date. You choose who you want to date, like what sex you want to date. Do you want to date a male or a female and all that? I used to talk to one before.
So
Is that not the same thing as bi?
No, it's different.
Yeah. So okay. So if a pansexual person wanna, have sex with a tranny, have a relationship going.
They will.
What about a dog?
I'm not sure about
Oh, no.
bestiality.
Well, if you're willing to sleep with anything, I think you're pretty much gonna sleep with a dog. So, if I offended somebody, I want to say I don't give a shit. Okay, so yeah, I didn't necessarily understand why. Like, how do you see him as pansexual? Like, yeah, I always knew he was. Like, really? I don't know. But that movie, I predicted it was gonna be trash. I've never seen the movie. Don't want to see it.
If we all said we was going to see it, then I go, oh, we'll see how it turns out. Then this
No, I never said I was gonna see that.
I mean, me and Alex
that.
was going to,
I
but then
never.
I was like, nah.
I was like, no, it's gonna be a movie I'll go see. I ain't gonna see that shit.
I considered it, but then my trusted reviewers, they said it was very mediocre, so I was like, alright, I'm done.
And
Well, yeah,
and
get
Glover
that
doesn't
movie
even
out
have
of
a big hole, Kaylin. That's what Alex told me a little bit ago. He doesn't have a big hole in the movie.
role. That's how they do the black guys. Like, yeah,
Of
nigga,
course.
you're gonna be in Star Wars. Yay!
But
You're only gonna be there for like 20 minutes, maybe less.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on my homie in The Last Jedi.
but he's going.
Yeah, man, he was barely in the movie. Like, what? Like, what
But
was
he's
his
gonna be-
point, man? Like,
But he's
what
gonna
was
be-
his purpose?
Oh.
Because I
He didn't have
didn't
one.
feel it. He didn't have
I
one.
was so mad.
Yeah, but
He did not
they were giving
have
him
a
a
purpose.
spin-off. They're giving him a spin-off for some reason.
I think they had to do something like a ship or something, but they failed, and the nigga almost died. Some dumb shit. Damn, Star Wars. Star Wars is
Racist!
some bullshit.
Like,
But,
I got
is
something
there
about.
anything else?
I got something about Donald Glover. Let's talk about Kari again. That didn't know the difference. Thought it was two different people.
You already want to start with the quick hits, man.
Yeah,
I'll
just
punch
start
you in
with
the damn stomach.
Just
You didn't even have a quick.
I don't care. Second round was a quick hit.
Oh, fine. Let's talk about it.
I don't see how she can get them like, saying it's two different people. Even though everybody knows.
Has there ever been a person where you necessarily confused the two? You're like, yeah.
No, you look
know
it
that
up and
was
make
this
sure. You
I
can't
feel
just
like
be
we all have done that. I feel like we all have done that.
That's like saying Christopher Reeves is Superman is two different people.
Well, if we saw Christopher Reeves around, like, damn, I didn't know he was Superman. That was Christopher Reeves and Superman. They're both together. I think we all didn't necessarily know who was who.
It's kind of dumb if you ask me. He really is.
It's kind of dumb. You were kind of dumb.
I just want to know if Offset said anything to her about it. Say, how do you get these two confused? And it's the same person.
Man, why the fuck would Offset say so?
He'll probably just laugh about it, probably.
The nigga's still recovering from a damn car wreck. What the fuck do you want to talk about Childish Gambino and Donald Glover?
You don't know. He probably would.
See, I didn't even know if I wanted to bring this up. 'Cause I knew you was just gonna corny it up.
Oh god.
Oh well, sorry.
Fool. But anyway, let's get back to some real topics, unless anybody else has something. Alex, you got any more?
Did I have any more? I don't remember.
Cause
Nah,
you
I
only
got-
sound like
got-
a few things on the damn group chat. I was like, what the hell is this nigga doing?
Yeah, I was at work most of the day. I've been tired.
Yeah, work does that to you. Let's get on to the NFL National Anthem policy. Brandon, you can speak about this. This is not necessarily sports.
I'm the one who's
Well, it deals with sports, but...
Alright.
Okay, so I want to get this right. The new national anthem policy is that where you have to... If you're not going to stand for the national anthem, you can wait into the locker rooms until it's over. I think that's what the policy is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And several team owners, they came out and they said, we tried to give this, a type of balance for the ones who, for men and women of service and our proud American, patriotic Americans.
Oh god.
And also the people who want to protest criminal injustice done to African Americans. We feel like this is what will set the balance.
Ridiculous.
And I ask you, does this bullshit policy set a balance?
No.
Not at all.
And simply because you're putting more into the favor of people who want to see players stand for the national anthem. There's no balance. And the reason why I heard that they went with this policy was because the owners are scared to shit of Donald Trump. They're scared. They're scared that the low ratings that happened this year because of the protest came from the people who wanted to see players stand. How can we define that to be true if you don't look at the people who didn't watch because they didn't have Kaepernick playing? You can't. So that was a bullshit cop-out. You're using Donald Trump as, yeah, we're scared of him. Shut the fuck up. Really? Donald Trump? Man, get the fuck out of here. What was you saying, Brandon?
I just called them pussies because, like, seriously, I thought they'd be more scared of the fucking commissioner than the NFL.
No, the commissioner of the NFL follows. The commissioner works for the NFL owners. The NFL owners are true of each team. They make the decisions. The commissioner is the one who just almost like a referee. Like, okay, this is what we need to be done. Okay, let me set the rules. But yeah, the commissioner works for the owners.
But
Huh?
so that's correct. They do. It's just I thought they would be more frightened of him compared to like, because I'm pretty sure that they can't be scared of fucking Donald Trump. Like seriously, I know he's not president at all, but still.
Well, just like I said, you know, if Donald Trump was like, the NFL is trash and you should make the players stand for the flag. This is absurd. These guys, these sons of bitches should be fired. Then all the conservatives, they're going to be like, okay, well, F the NFL. They're going to listen to Daddy Trump. And they're going to be like, okay, F the NFL. I'm not watching this shit no more.
We can watch lacrosse.
This is wrong for America. It disrespects our military. If you don't stand for the flag, you can go to a different country. You know, that shit. So that's why they use that excuses. Like, yeah, you know, we don't want to do that. But they're more. How are you more threatening by him instead of the people who actually kneeled in support of Colin Kaepernick? It only tells me that they're just running with this bullshit narrative because they don't want the negative light on the owners. They don't want the racist and blah 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 because there's already the stigma that, you know, there's this blacklisting of Colin Kaepernick going on, and it's all because of the owners. Because there was an article that said a majority of the owners feel that Colin Kaepernick would be a starter for their football team. So why is he not signed? So all the people who was like, oh, he's not on the NFL team because he chose to kneel and for protest. He's in it because he's not a good player. That's bullshit. A whole bunch of the NFL, you can look at the stats. The nigga balled out his last year in San Francisco. And yeah, man, that's just dumb as hell. So how are you going to use that as an... Can't use the Kaepernick was just trash. He's not a good quarterback. Shut the fuck up. That's bullshit that you're feeding yourself. You're not looking at the true aspect of what's necessarily going on. So you make up your own story. Oh, he just sucks. But if you look at his stats, which is available to anybody who wants to see them, his QB rating is better than a good majority of the NFL quarterbacks that's in the league today.
Right.
So, what was there? And there's a rumor going around that NFL players are deciding, you know, they're trying to come up with a decision of they're throwing the threat around that they will sit out the NFL season until a solution or some conclusion being made with Colin Kaepernick and another player, Eric Reed, about them being banned of the NFL. And they're saying that there could be up to 25% of the league players doing that. Do we feel that that will make a change, or it will just make things worse?
Make things worse.
I I think the players have the power to force change if they get enough people. You can always force change. Look at the teachers. Look at the teacher strikes. They stopped going to school. They forced it to happen. They forced the pay raise.
And that's the thing. There's a thing. The NFL players do not have a union. That's the bad part.
Right.
They don't have a union, and they have no one line of communication for each other. Other than group chats with your friends and your teammates or friends of other teams, that's the only communication that they necessarily have. They don't have a one-line communication. They don't have a single email that goes out to all different players of the NFL. They don't have that. And I feel like that's a systematically set up by the owners. You work for us, nigga. We don't work for you. You'll abide by our rules. You'll get your 40 acres and a mule. But you're doing this shit for us, and you're doing what we tell you to do. I can hear the cracking of the whip. I can hear that shit loud as day.
Right.
So it's complete bullshit. And it kind of makes me feel like, and I know I'm debating with myself. Like, I said it last year. Like, man, I don't know, man. I may not watch the NFL. I don't know, man. Like, if my team was the Browns, then I'd be like, oh yeah, I have no reason to watch. Cause I know the outcome. But I'm a Steelers fan, and we have a pretty good damn team. We have a chance of making the Super Bowl, maybe. I don't know. But we're up there, and I'm like, well, I really support my boy Kaepernick, but damn it, I gotta see my Steelers get one, man. I'm gonna be depressed if I don't see him do it. But I don't know, man. The whole situation, I feel like if 25% of the NFL players do sit out, it's definitely gonna make a change. You gotta hit them where it hurts. That's their money.
Exactly. Yep.
The money is what's going to make the change with these billionaires. These billionaires, they don't give a fuck about nobody else. They don't give a fuck about their damn families. If it ain't about the money, nigga, it don't matter. So that's what you gotta hit them where their heart is at.
Hashtag facts.
Hey there.
So I definitely believe that 25% of the NFL players, especially if the 25% was consist of superstar NFL players,
He'll speak up.
bruh. If they do that, the NFL owners ain't waiting a week. They're not waiting till the whole damn season. They're trying to get that shit done now. You sit guys out like Tom Brady, which I don't see that happening because he's a Trump buddy too. You know the nigga was trying to clear up shit. Nah, nigga, we caught you with that Make America Great hat again in your locker room. Don't be bullshitting us. You know how you feel. That's your nigga. If Tom Brady, who else is a superstar? Aaron Rodgers,
Ben Roethlisberger.
Well, Ben's another Trump buddy too.
Okay.
So I highly doubt of him. Even though he hasn't aligned with, he tries to distance himself from Trump. But he's a Trump buddy. We know him and Trump are good friends too. Dallas Cowboys players, even though them niggas is trash.
You got Switzer from West Virginia. Oh wait, he went to. Oh yeah, he didn't go. He got transferred to somewhere else. I think he went to the Lakers, I believe.
Man, fuck GW. Fuck anybody who came out of GW. Anyway.
Okay.
You got this. Basically, what I'm saying is, you get the superstars, the guys that sell the tickets, sell the jerseys, do all this. You have a chance of making a change immediately. All it takes is just the superstars making the threat. Yeah, we'll sit out unless some shit gets done. And they got enough time. They got plenty of time.
September or what?
Yeah, I think I guess the league starts like, the regular season starts at like late August. maybe early September. But yeah, you got enough time. But the whole ordeal is how can we get a communication around the players, and how can we come to, you know, a firm plan of actually executing. But sitting out would definitely make a change. 100%. It will make a change.
Play of the game.
But to me, what's necessarily the point of having the national anthem played during sports games? Same people who say we don't want politics in our sports, motherfucker, you got the national anthem played. What's the point?
It's just bullshit if you ask me. Can I say one thing right now?
What?
I just got played a game on Overwatch.
Oh my god!
Real special.
Player of the game, round of applause for Stumpy! Fuck out of here. I'm gonna get some fuck. Fuck Overwatch. Overwatch is garbage.
Oh, fuck out of here. You get to play.
And when are you gonna finish up God of War, huh?
I have time, okay? I've been tired myself every day.
He's tired, yeah. He's tired.
Traveling to Volskaya.
Fuck you.
What?
Do we have anything else we have to add to that? Because I don't have necessarily anything else to add.
Well, I was just gonna say that one big way that this makes things worse is, guess what media reporters are gonna do now every single time? They're gonna point out who didn't show up on the field during the national anthem.
Yeah, I can see
Every
that
single
happening.
time. You can
But
bet.
that's what you want. That's what you necessarily want. I feel like the players know that they risk your endorsements. Your name probably be thrown around in the mud. Oh, they should go back to their country and blah blah blah. You know, racist Trump supporters, they're gonna be out there. But you know, if you know that something's wrong
One kill.
and you have the power to change it, why sit back and watch? You know,
I'm scared. I'm too scared.
if you had the power to change it, why sit back and watch? You're a millionaire, man. If you are financially stable, which you are, you should be. You should have millions tucked away.
Well,
But I
some
know a lot of these niggas they want to ball
blow
out.
it.
You know what I'm saying? They want all the chains. You know, they want all the luxury cars. You know, like, you know, I got shorts on that Testarossa nigga. I don't know, Colin. But yeah, if I got the power to change something immediately, just by me not being there, I'm not gonna show up. Players have to get back their power. They need to realize they have no power. And the one way you get back your power is you hurt them by their pockets. Because right now you have no union. So you have nothing. Colin Kaepernick
Now you have my attention.
protest is not only for injustice. His situation is not only for criminal injustice, police injustice, all that shit. It's not just for that, and his situation doing that. His situation affects all of y'all, whether it's you kneeling or not.
Objective.
Because if you can't make a statement with a protest, and he's not hurting nobody, it's peaceful protest. You have no rights in the NFL. So why you want to go along 10 years maybe of your career with no choice of doing what the fuck you want to do? It's not right. So you have to make a change. You gotta.
Justice will be done.
You gotta. But
Damn NFL.
is there anything else?
I don't watch the NFL anymore anyway. I didn't even watch the Super
this
Bowl
nigga-
when the Eagles
This
won.
nigga know. He's a
You just
Bucks
heard the
fan.
next
He
day
has
yet?
no reason to watch, huh?
I said you probably just saw that the Eagles won out. You're like, oh, good.
Any other diss songs that have been thrown back and forth from each other, from Pusha T and Drake?
I have, but the song "I'm Upset" is not a diss.
No, I'm talking about the obvious. We already know "I'm Upset" is not a diss.
Okay, I
It's
was gonna
supposedly a single off of Scorpion,
say- that's how
and
I've
if
heard
it is a single, then I can. Like, if that's a single, then I know the album is not going to be good. Because
Yeah.
how do you give us Nice for What? How do you give us God's Plan? And then you just give us this. And expect us to say, oh yeah, we fuck with that. Nah, nigga, it ain't like that. We don't fuck with I'm Upset. I'm Upset is, it made us upset. Let's put it like that.
Pun intended.
But anyway, talking about the Duppy freestyle. What the fuck is a Duppy anyway?
Ah, hell, huh?
I thought it was the type. I thought it was like that fish, a guppy, but called duppy.
Yeah, that's weird. I might have to look that up. I don't know what Duppy is.
I don't either.
And the way you said it, it sounded like it was some type of Jamaican slang. Like, you know Drake. Like, he always gotta do the extra shit. But anyway, have we listened to both songs?
I have.
I have not. I've been a little busy these past 4 days.
You didn't hear the Drake song, man? That shit.
I thought you
I
would.
didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. But I heard it. I heard that he ended more careers, apparently.
You definitely did something like that. So, let's start with the timeline of all this shit. For the people who may not know. 'Cause I want to catch exactly the very reason why Pusha T feels like he needs to diss Cash Money. And I looked it up.
I've watched the video.
Okay.
A video that talks about how it started.
Well, yeah, go ahead and tell me, because I'm basically going off of what I read off of Wikipedia.
The thing I saw was one of Drake's songs. He actually, Pusha T actually dissed him on it. Like one of his songs, and Drake wouldn't respond until like a few weeks or months later, and pretty much asking him.
Hold on, no. We're too farther in the timeline that I want to see. I'm talking about Pusha T and his problems with Cash Money.
So you're talking
I
about
want that time. I already know the timeline of how the Infrared and Duppy. I already know about that.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how it started. Like
I know you're not talking about that. That's why I'm stopping you.
Okay.
So, the timeline, from what I read off of Wikipedia, it's the dumbest thing for the reson why Clips beef with Wayne and Birdman. Because they felt like Wayne was jacking their style.
And
Oh
everyone.
my god.
Like how many times have we heard that excuse?
A lot.
Oh yeah,
thousands.
like he was jacking my style.
We just talked
You know
about
what
last
I'm
week.
saying? And then when, yeah, cause I looked it up, and then it was like Hustler's music. Y'all know the song "Hustler Music" by Wayne?
Yeah.
In that
I
video where he
Yeah.
was wearing like the bait coat, and it was like, yeah, man, we're the first rappers. We wore bait. If any of y'all out there know the true story of that, feel free to leave it in the comments that I'm wrong. Because this is what I'm basically seeing. Like, yeah, still in the style, he's doing everything we do. And then that's when the song Mr. Me Too was directed to Wayne and Birdman.
Ain't watched
Y'all remember that song?
I haven't listened to it.
You haven't listened to the song?
The only time
It was by Clips, so it's an older song. I want to
Yeah,
say
I
it was
know.
like 2005,
Probably
2006
not.
maybe.
I was not even into WAP yet.
Oh yeah, you was still listening to Hank Williams
No,
and
Oh.
Johnny Cash and
not really.
I hurt myself today.
yeah, Mr. Me Too. Alice, you remember Mr. Me Too, right? Mr. Me Too. And it was produced by
Yeah.
Freddie Young.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so that song was directed to Wayne the Birdman, and then Wayne said, like, they used us to get on that song. What was the song? What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? They used him on that song.
I know
It's
that.
like, yeah.
I'm trying to think of what that song is. I know what that song is. I just can't think of it in my head.
Yeah, they needed us to get a hit. We didn't need them. And then that's how. The beef is stupid to me.
I think it is too.
Only because it's about whose style is whose. You know? Like, how many times have niggas been using that shit just to talk shit to somebody? And then Pusha T still follows it up with, years later, the Exodus 23:1.
Yeah.
He rehashes the beef.
And
Talk shit about Lil Wayne, talk shit about Drake, talk shit about Birdman on the song.
You signed to one nigga that signed to another nigga that signed to 3 niggas. Now that's bad luck.
all because they're signed to 3 different people.
It was a dope song.
Because he's like, oh, you signed to one person, you signed to another, and all that. I just want to see how.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good line and stuff, but still, people just didn't care that. Why is he still beefing with him? He should get over it. Then you have Wayne. You got Wayne has the funniest diss on that.
Wayne replies. He replies back, saying,
"Fuck Pusha T and anybody that love him. His head up his ass. I'ma have to headbutt him."
It was a trash diss.
It was funny. It's funny as hell.
It was funny. It was funny. And how many motherfuckers says fuck such and such and anybody that love him? I see that almost all the time.
Right. Oh, they locked me in.
They locked you in? What you playing?
Fortnite.
Oh, damn. They got your ass. Off the subject for a moment, I played Fortnite and my team made it to like 2. The last time I played. It's been like 2 weeks since I played. I need to get back and play that. But anyway.
Yeah, the new mode.
I'm trying to think where I'm at the time. Is that when Drake released 2 Birds and 1 Stone?
No, that came out
after
a year
that
or 2
shit?
later. That came out like a year or 2 later.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm missing a piece of the timeline, but like I said, if anybody out there knows how it all went down, please feel free to drop a link or something in the damn comment section so y'all can help me out, because I don't know. Yeah, so that song comes out. It doesn't necessarily get enough, traction like this time around. So fast forward, we hear a snippet of Infrared being played at Pusha T's listening party, and I'm pretty sure Drake was one of the first people to hear it, because Drake is like, okay, if a nigga say my name, I'm gonna be on it immediately. So Drake had to catch a glimpse of the clip. But then here comes the full album. It comes out, Infrared. It's the full song. The full song is nothing but disses to Cash Money.
It was
Drake, Lil Wayne, Birdman. The whole song was filled with this. Why? I don't know why the nigga feel the needs to do it. Still bring on of whose swag is who.
Yeah,
He said Wayne was another multi-platinum rapper who can't retire. He's trapped in his deal. Said niggas was coming at me when I was killing Baby, acting like I was killing a real baby. And then he goes on to Drake and says it was written like Nas, but the pen came from Miller and Quentin. Yeah, I can't remember the whole lot. It was a hard ass bar. But Drake was like, oh, do I have to kill another drug dealing talking rapper again? Do I have to go and kill another motherfucker like this?
He apparently does. People
not
never
even
learn.
not even a day later. Yeah, not even a day less than 24 hours. So let me detail you my day, the weekend, the day that the song dropped. I was just sitting in the bed, I'm coming off the road, I'm, in my hotel, I'm just enjoying myself, relaxed with my nephew, watching TV. And I get a notification from my mixtapes on the app. And I really swipe right or left. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear no other bitch ass niggas mixtapes and shit. But sometimes they be on it when a new song comes out. So I decided to look. I see Drake W Freestyle Pusha T diss. I'm like, that fast? That fast? I didn't even listen to the song. I didn't even think that the notification was real because I'm like, man, is this even a real diss? So I really had to check on Facebook. So as soon as I pushed the notification app, not the notification app, as soon as I pushed the Facebook app, hot new hip hop, Drake drops Pusha T diss. I was like, oh, so it is real. I go on to the My Mixtapes and I listen to the song, and man, that nigga Drake killed him, bro. Drake killed him.
Drake out here killing people, man. Like, I don't know how, but he's doing it.
The difference of this song and Back to Back was a hit song. Right? It was a hit diss song. W was like, nah, nigga, I'm just gonna rap to you. And what made the song dope for me is that he just deals with truth. There's a lot of truth. There's a lot of questioning going on in the song. And it kind of reminded me with Jay-Z's Takeover. That's how the song reminded me of. Jay-Z made a song about, okay, I'm not gonna... That's why it won to me over Ether. Ether was nothing but a bunch of insults. I said that before on the podcast. Ether was nothing but a bunch of insults. So I didn't overrate it like a lot of y'all people who said Nas won. Takeover had nothing but truth. He said such and such about Mobb Deep. He said, hey, y'all niggas was ballerinas before y'all even became rappers. It was the truth. Prodigy, he was a ballerina before he even became a fucking rapper. R.I.P. the Prodigy.
Aww.
Said something about Nas, like, you ain't lived the gangster life. You just seen about it and you wrote it in your notepad. Nas wasn't out there like that. He was in the street, but he wasn't doing that shit. He'll even tell you that shit. It was nothing but a bunch of truth in the song. I'm trying to think. From the jump off, Drake says, okay, you talking shit about me having a ghostwriter, but what about the nigga that you work for? Kanye West. How do you feel about him and his ghostwriters? Pusha T is probably a ghostwriter for the nigga anyway.
Wouldn't surprise me if he was.
Reboot and try again.
So how can you diss me for having a ghostwriter if the motherfucker who made your beats has them? And Drake said, hey, it was Kanye who reached out to me for a couple of songs on Life of Pop.
Father Stretch My Hands.
Father Stretch My... There was another song, 48, is it 20 Hours? The one with Andre 3000 on it.
I think so. I'm trying.
20 something hours. I know the song if I hear it.
I can't look it up right now. I'm playing the game, so I can't. Oh, I would.
It's something. People who know what I'm talking about, you already know what I'm talking about. I don't have to go deeper into that. But yeah, he helped out with the song. Kanye reached out. He just hit him with a whole bunch of, questioning and truths. It was like, damn, so it's kind of like tied up because if you count Exodus 23-1, Pusha T got him. Or do we count Infrared? Brandon, you heard Infrared. What do you count as? You think it's 1v1?
He didn't really diss him that much. It was like few bars, but not like the whole thing. It was a whole diss.
Yeah, sure. So, but that was the same thing for Exodus 23-1. I think it's 1-1. Definitely with Duppy. Duppy's dope. I listened to that shit probably like 10 times in one day. I was so fascinated by it. I was like, this is way better than Back to Back because this nigga did not try to make a hit song. It was just him talking that shit. And I've always said, I feel like today's Drake is the Canadian Jay-Z.
Seriously? You on there?
Canadian Jay-Z.
The Canadian soft Jay-Z. Soft
Being
Canadian.
soft Drake. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that. And I feel like Drake, his main idol is Jay-Z. If you look at the moves, the business moves that he make, he looks up to Jay-Z, and trying to model his career somewhat of Jay-Z's.
It's 30 hours, Caleb.
30 hours. I mean, if you can just pay it this look, you'll see it. I think Drake has more hits than Jay-Z, maybe.
He does.
I think that's not the way.
I think he does.
But he's caught.
Song is a hit.
Huh? Say that again.
Well, I'm saying that's because Drake's every song Drake releases is a hit. So that's why he would have more hits.
Except that I'm upset shit. That shit was trash.
There's a lot of people that hated it.
Well, I don't necessarily hate it when I'm saying that it's trash. I'm saying that if
I think
it's a
it came out the
single
wrong
off your
time.
album, it's trash.
I think it
It's
came out
the
the wrong
weakest-
time. It came out the wrong time.
It
to
came
be
out.
honest.
It shouldn't even be out.
To be honest,
Or if
yeah.
you was gonna release it, don't sit there and say, hey, this is a new single off the album. Because if it is, a nigga, what does that mean for your album?
We don't know. The Scorpion comes out in June, if it comes out in June.
So with that being said, Alex, yeah, you definitely need to listen to that. Definitely listen to
I
that.
think he needs to.
And Infrared had a dope ass beat. I got beef with Kanye right now, but damn it, that beat.
Have you
Hell,
seen-
the whole album production was fire. I love Kanye as a musical genius. He's a musical genius.
But
Anything outside of music, that nigga is stupid.
I'll just say when he's
Especially
in
politics.
when he's in politics, that's a different story. It's
So
like
I got a bone to pick with Kanye later on.
if we're already talking about Pusha T's album, we can already talk about the review on it if you want to talk about it.
Well, I'll get to that. I think the album was dope. Daytona was dope.
Even though it has a controversial
Production wise,
album
it was fire. Yes, and that's the thing. I feel like Pusha T is using these people. He's using Drake. He's using the controversy for clout. Well, I won't say clout, but for the people who are so up to date, the younger viewers, I feel like he's doing it for clout.
Do you still think he's got to have a big first week?
What was the projections? Wasn't it like 80 to 85K?
Somewhere on there. I think it was 60. I believe.
But if he ain't talked about Drake or Wayne and Birdman in the song, and Drake pretty much did, hey, I'm gonna send the invoice to y'all motherfuckers because I just sold y'all another 20. I sold y'all another 20K of your albums.
So here's my
And he did.
100,000.
Because now people are listening to see where's the Drake diss at. Like, where did it all begin?
and
that was such a big boss move. Like, Drake didn't waste no time when he did that shit. It was like, all right, nigga, here's the invoice.
$100,000.
Like, you knew. I feel like that invoice was already saved. Like, yeah, nigga, I dare you to say something. Like, oh yeah, you want me to send you the invoice? Here you go. Where's my 100 racks? So now the big question is, Pusha T has yet to respond.
Freddie Gibbs actually went off on him for it.
How long do we give Pusha T to respond to Drake?
2 years.
So the song dropped Friday.
He's gotta take his time. Okay, I give him a month.
A month.
After Drake's album comes out, he'll release it.
Oh, that's what you think.
I'm thinking he probably 2 weeks. How about 2 weeks? I was gonna say he may not respond at all, but 2 weeks.
You gotta respond. You gotta respond. The thing is, people are like, man, you should be dropping a diss immediately like Drake did. The thing is about, when has there, and it was a question that was posed on Twitter, it really made me think. When has there ever been diss songs to where they came out a week later from each other?
If you talk about like months, some do months later. Because remember, like when Drake dissed Meek, it took Meek a little bit when he did the 404.
But they killed Meek.
Yeah,
they killed Meek for not
responding
hurrying up and responding. And when the nigga did drop a response, it was trash.
Garbage.
It was.
And they killed him for that. So, another one. What's another one? We talked about it on the podcast before. Jay-Z and Nas. It took Nas 3 months to respond back to Jay-Z's takeover. And what people call one of the best diss songs of all time. Biggie and Nas. Biggie did. People suspected that "Who Shot You" shit was a diss song, but it's all for speculation. We don't know 100% if it was a diss towards Tupac. I don't believe that it was, but Tupac didn't jump out the gate with "Hit 'Em Up." I don't know when the nigga recorded it or when he dropped it. It was like months after, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Probably a month after.
Somewhere on there, give or take.
But he didn't drop it immediately. The whole point, he did not drop it immediately. I can name you a whole bunch of diss songs and shit. People didn't drop immediately.
Right.
You had to do it in less than a week. You had to do it less than a week. If not, people would just go think you're pussy out about it.
Hold on, but I'm making my point right now to where it shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't matter. But Pusha T was like, hey, he did an interview over the weekend and said, hey, I'm willing to take this beat all through summer if I need to.
Yeah, I told Alex about that today.
So I feel like that Pusha T is gonna respond soon. We may get a diss song tonight. We may get a diss song for the weekend, because Kanye's album drops this week.
Is it really?
Supposedly, yeah.
Oh,
drops this Thursday. I'm not listening to it, but you can tell me about it. Because I feel like it's filled with MAGA bars. I don't want to hear it.
I said your brother is this week too.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
The old man.
Getting old. 25 is right around the corner, man. What you gonna do?
You'll be 25 this year. It's gonna suck.
Yeah, we know you will, Brandon, you old man. Old fart.
Shut up.
Yeah, man. 25, you're really an adult if you turn 25. To me.
Well,
I know Brandon. Brandon can be 50. He'll still be having that childlike mind.
Oh my.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Gonna be at the same spot, same location.
Yep.
Hey guys, I'm now an assistant manager at Sam's.
Oh, you guys are assholes.
Hey, you be making money though. But what was I saying? He's saying that he's gonna bring it out through all summer, so I feel like Pusha T and Drake, man, we're gonna get a summer filled with Pusha T versus Drake. It's gonna be fun.
Like Drake releases his album, and then a day later or two, Pusha T releases a disc. You know, like less than 24 hours.
Hey, that could happen.
I could see that happen.
That could happen.
See that.
That could happen. Pusha T just being an asshole, and he drops a song during the nigga's album release day.
That would be perfect.
He drops it immediately on the same time as the album. Like, oh, the album's posted. All right, here's my song. Boom.
What? I'm not lying. It'll probably this is gonna happen. I think anything. Yeah. If Drake's album comes out during our vacation, I bet you anything. That Saturday when we're about to leave, his diss track will come out.
That is a huge strategic move. If he was to do that,
it'd be smart, but I guess we'll find out. If it does happen, it does.
But we don't know when Drake's album dropped.
We only heard June 2018. That's all we know, but we don't know anything else. It could be any time in June.
But I feel like Pusha T's ready. I believe Pusha T is gonna respond, and it's gonna be dope.
Well, him give
But
his 2
how
cents
much-
about Coke. Give him his two cents about selling Coke.
You know, with Pusha T rapping, there's always gonna be some Coke bars in there.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I'm excited for it, man. I love diss tracks. I just love the beef, the animosity. Going from it's hip hop. It's hip hop. We're getting back to the old days. We're getting back to the. Yeah. It's not as grimy.
Yeah, I was gonna say
but,
some
hey,
disses
man.
can be good. Some disses can be good, and some can just be pure garbage.
Hey, man, Drake is another drug dealing rapper getting bodied by a singing nigga.
Did you really have to go there?
Yep.
Hey, it's the truth.
You're right.
But I can't wait, man. I really cannot wait. But if he does respond, how fast do we see Drake responding? Does Drake
24 hours again?
and if he does respond, will it be any good? I don't know. I don't know how far Drake can take a beat because he never did that. Like, we look at the Meat Mill situation, and nigga only dropped like 2 songs. The first song was there. Back to Back came on, and it was shit. It was the shit. But there was the Joe Budden beef.
Oh God, fuck that shit.
The nigga only mentioned Joe Budden like one time in the song because Joe Budden said the views was trash, and then this is Joe Budden on that French Montana song that was trash. And Joe Budden hits him with like damn near an album full of diss songs. I'm overstating it. It was like 4 or 5 of them shits.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's why I don't take Joe Budden seriously at all. Only time I could take him serious is when he's on, when he goes on Everyday Struggle and he pretty much goes off on people. Like when he went off on Lil Yachty. That was a funny.
That shit was funny, bro.
It was.
Like, nigga, why is you so mad? Like, you gotta call that. Hey, shout out to Joe, man. I'm a fan of your podcast, man.
F Joe. Ain't nobody.
Nah, Joe, that's him, Joe.
He ain't nothing but a hater, man.
Hey, Kevin, one thing I could say.
Migo said,
I need to say
if
this.
a nigga hating, call Joe, but.
One thing I can say is rest in peace to Everyday Show because he got another host and I don't see them lasting that long. He'll probably get canceled soon.
Wayno.
Huh?
That's his name, Wayno.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
He's actually good. I've seen him on something.
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. Well, you never necessarily watch Everyday Show.
I watch bits and pieces.
I was watching Everyday Struggle every time it came on. Every time I get home from work, I was watching it. But ever since Joe left, I was like, man, fuck this show. But yeah, to add on to Joe Budden dropped 4 diss songs straight, and this nigga Drake didn't respond. But then it went back on to Joe, like nigga, that was the dope. Diss songs were dope. They were good, but you overdid it. And this nigga too. Drake. And this was this was before Everyday Struggle. So Joe was Joe, old bitter rapper. Nigga only had 1 hit song in his life. Why the fuck are we paying attention to you when we got Drake here? Nigga, get your old hating ass on somewhere. That's why I was like, okay, Drake, you win without necessarily dropping a diss song back. So I'm kind of curious to see how long Drake would hold out. Well, not hold out, but stretch out the beef. Pusha T says he'll stretch out the whole summer, but can Drake? I don't know.
No.
I don't believe Drake can. I don't believe Drake wants to. I think he wants to be done with Duppy. I think Duppy wants to say, hey, Duppy is it, and this is all you're gonna get from me.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Because I don't know if, Drake got all the ghostwriters readied up for them.
Quentin Miller?
Hey man, I'm gonna need another song. I need like 10 of them bitches. I need to hit them. What's up?
He needs Party Next Door to write for him.
They're like, we're working as fast as we can.
He needs Party Next Door. He needs 40. He needs all.
Hell, Nicki Minaj even tried to back him up in that.
Yeah,
saying that the Quentin Miller ghostwriting shit is getting old.
It is like, isn't it like 2? It's 2 years now, isn't it? 2 years old.
It's almost 3. August. That's when the beat started. It'll be 3 years.
Oh wow. Dang.
It feels like yesterday.
It does. It feels like it was like last year or something.
As much as we talk about it, it does feel like, you know, yesterday got caught in the bullshit. Yeah, man. Just gotta wait and see. I feel like it's gonna be dope. But then again, as much power as Drake gives you. If Drake says Duppy is it, and no matter how hard your response on the Duppy is, the fans is always gonna say Drake. That's all it is.
Drizzy, yep, pretty much. He's gonna win. He's gonna win.
Okay. Do we have anything else we want to add on that?
I think we're good on it.
On to that, no. But there is some breaking news. Well, it's not breaking. It happened earlier. But there is some news. And that is Jamie Foxx has signed on to play Spawn.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna... I forgot to send that to y'all.
Oh, he finally accepted it? Oh,
yep. It's official.
God. Oh, God.
He'll be Spawn.
I don't like McFarlane, though. He's, like, so pushy, it sounds like. I've seen some
man, like, why can't we get Michael J. White back, man?
Oh, he's like a freaking C-class actor.
Hey, man, he can't speak much to his act, but he's an action dude, man.
Yeah, but we need emotion from Spawn, alright? Emotion.
Emotion?
Oh my God. How?
I guess...
Whoa, hold on.
Fighting a satanic clown who's basically the devil. I guess that would bring a lot of emotion, especially if you get your ass burned.
The man died, sent to hell, came back, and his family is completely different. Like that's emotional.
Because his wife dates his best friend, isn't it?
That's emotional.
Well, the story may be different in this one. But when we say Spawn comes out?
He said next year. I've heard next year. Well, I'm like, I don't see how they get it done that quick.
I'm betting 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Because they're just now getting their main actor. They still need to find other people.
Who can play the clown? To be honest, I don't know who else could play him. Honestly,
Donald Trump.
Yep. But there's a lot of people who can play clowns. I mean, look at the guy who played Pennywise did an excellent job. So
Bill Skarsgård.
But it gotta be a fat, stubby clown.
Yeah, not me.
And that's why I said Trump. No. Hey! I wasn't gonna say you.
Yeah, you were.
Guess what, Stumpy?
Yeah, you were. Don't lie.
Guess what? I wasn't. I really wasn't. But you gave me the idea, Stumpy.
Oh shoot!
Brandon being on the big screen. I know that would make. Yeah, that would be crazy. I know that would make somebody jealous. Wink, wink.
First of all, I don't want to be on the big screen, alright?
He wants to be in the lighting credits.
But you'll be look like, how did Brandon get to Hollywood before me? Like, damn, this motherfucker.
I'd be like, how did he even remember one line? He can't remember anything. How do you remember his lines?
He'd be like, you know, Brandon, he always want to do shit his way. He's like, well, instead of that, how can I just say this? You know, let's give that little slight annoying laugh that it'll be like,
right.
Shut up. The damn director smacks him in the back of the head with the script.
Oh, McFarlane hits me, I'll fucking hit him back.
Enough waiting around.
No, you won't. You got bullied by an old man in the movie theater. How you gonna talk stuff to him? You say you gonna beat his ass.
Oh my God.
Stop it.
Oh shoot.
And McClellan's he's done Deadpool, right?
Attackers incoming
in
no. 30 seconds.
I thought y'all say he did Deadpool.
Who? Bill Skarsgård was the guy who.
No, I'm talking about McFarlane.
No.
What am I thinking of? Who did Deadpool?
The creator of Deadpool is Rob Liefeld.
No, not the creator. I'm talking about like the directing, screenwriting, or whatever.
No.
The first one, it's oh shit, what's his name?
I forget.
Something Miller. On the first one, it's a Miller dude who did the directing, and then the second one, David Leitch directed Deadpool 2.
He did.
I don't know why. I thought y'all said something that he was involved with Deadpool. So I don't know.
Nah, man.
What else has he been involved in?
Todd McFarlane, not a lot of screen stuff. He's mostly a comic dude.
But he's known for Spawn mostly.
Yeah, he created Spawn. He helped create some other people.
I forget who they were. I can't think of my head.
Yeah, I don't remember. I have to find out. I have to look it up. Todd McFarlane.
He seems like he'd be pushy, to be honest.
Pushy?
Well, he wants things done his way, so.
Probably does.
I mean, that's the life of a director.
I'm not sure. Michael Bay.
Oh, he helped create.
Let's do explosions. Let's do explosions.
Todd McFarlane helped create Venom.
Oh.
Okay.
I couldn't think of it. I couldn't.
That's what I was thinking then. Yeah.
But he's not doing anything for the movie that comes out this year, is he?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can't wait to see what that's like. What else we got to talk about?
I got one thing. Me and you can talk about this, Kaylin. Let's talk about two people that actually squashed the beef, which shocked the hell out of me. Little Pump and J. Cole's interview.
I did not watch the full interview. So since you have, maybe you can give a little information. But I'll tell you what I learned from what I. Go ahead and tell me.
For one, it shocked the hell out of me when he said like some rappers he actually looks up to and all that. Little Pump was like Ludacris and all that. What he listened to when he was a kid. You have that.
That surprised you?
Yeah, that surprised me. How I. And like all the questions that J. Cole asked him, like when he asked him, J. Cole was pretty much like in shock. They're saying, "Oh, how long have you been in the game for?" He's like, "Less than like 2 years." He's like, "Damn, man." How he was in there long?
Yeah, that overnight success. You don't really necessarily have to say anything.
Then you have
whatever.
Pump asking him like, what got you in the game and all that. Like, how long did it take you to get like blow up and all that? And he said pretty much when he was in college, he pretty much tried to release music and all that. But then once he got signed, it took him about once after the warm up came out. He said about 5 or 6 months he got noticed like that this guy had talent and all that. And that's how he got like blew up technically.
Okay, so
they have some things in common, like you don't like your stepdads.
Okay, so let me tell you what I learned from that interview. Supposedly, Lil Pump and J. Cole had a conversation on the phone prior to the interview.
And they didn't know it was him.
And what J. Cole has said, wow, this Lil Pump, he's smart. I'm watching the interview and I'm like, nigga, where? I don't know if J. Cole brought Lil Pump to do that interview necessarily if he wants to settle whatever beef they feel they have or whatever's been publicized, or for the fact that J. Cole might be possibly trolling all of us and Lil Pump.
You actually believe that?
You cannot tell me that Lil Pump said anything educated in that interview.
He didn't. He was like his points tired the whole time. He was like completely like tired. Like he didn't want to be there.
So with this whole, I'm going with that narrative. J. Cole did this to clown Lil Pump. He's trolling. He is trolling. He was like, okay, you want to troll me with fuck J. Cole. I'm gonna troll you without you necessarily knowing how I'm hitting you like.
Pump doesn't even know how the thing even started. Like how like fuck J. Cole came out. Like, he said he just heard people saying it. I'm like, who said it? Was it Smoke Perf or was it somebody else? Like, who was it?
Something about Lil Pump, man. I was at the conversation where they was talking about their stepdads and their family. Well, Lil Pump. And the stepdad got mad at Lil Pump. He was younger, probably about in 6th or 7th grade.
Right.
For coming in and smelling the house. Well, coming in the house and the house smelling like weed. Him being kicked out of school for smoking weed. And J. Cole's just sitting there and asking him like, well, do you look back and you feel like you was, you know, may have done something wrong or you want to change something about that? And Lil Pump was like, no man, it's just weed, you know, it's weed. You know, it's not like it's crack or nothing. I'm like,
It's weed though.
J. Cole could not literally sit here and tell me that this nigga is. You're mad at your parents for parenting? For parenting? If I come in the house and my son smoking weed, I'm gonna be like, nigga, why didn't you tell me you had weed? We could have smoked that shit together. No, I'm just playing. No, man, you ain't gonna get kicked out of school and all that shit and think everything's normal. Oh yeah, I just get kicked out of school. And yeah. And I'm really trying to figure out why and how. If he's not trolling, how does J. Cole find this dude smart? Because I don't see it. Maybe it's just a front whenever he's publicly in the eye. But yeah, you can't tell me Lil Pump is like a bright nigga. Like, oh, he's so bright. He's so smart. The only thing that I find him to be smart is him playing the role of being dumb, him being trash, him playing the role of just being the dumb kid, just making the rap, and everybody loves it.
F a Lil Pump. I say it. I've been saying it. F a Lil Pump.
Yeah.
But also in the interview you have
Brandon's favorite rapper right there though.
Fuck no.
Yeah, look. Brandon.
But also
don't hide your love for him. Don't hide your love.
You know you like Lil Pump.
You know you do.
But also in that interview, pretty much, you had Lil Pump and J. Cole. J. Cole asked him when did he actually listen to 1985? Like, when did he listen to it? He thought he listened to it, like, the day it came out and all of that. But he didn't listen to it, like, he said like a week, he listened to it a week before the interview. I'm like, then how are you, like, going off on him in the video, like, saying, like, why are you dissing a 17-year-old kid? Like,
yeah, the whole interview to me is just a bunch of shit. And that's why I kind of stopped watching it, because one, it was boring me because of the monotone and the lack of response from Lil Pump. So I was like, man, I'm off this shit. And I just felt like, man, I'm good. I'm good off this shit. So I guess somehow they made up in a beef that was necessarily not even a beef. It's just bullshit trolling. A bunch of special ed kids. I don't know.
Really?
Literally, man. If you look at these Lil Pump fans who's saying fuck J. Cole, these niggas look like they eat crayons and lick dish liquid off the damn windows.
Also, what? Dang, why would dish liquid be on the window?
I don't know. Maybe they want to put a little more flavor on their window.
It's nuts.
It is nuts, but that's J. Cole. Not J. Cole fans. The Lil Pump fans.
J. Cole fans just got mad. They got salty for a second.
Listen, hey, don't spam up the comments with platinum without features. Or a cold world.
Yeah, they gonna do it. You know they gonna do it.
Yeah, I already know they gonna do that shit. But yeah, there's not a lot that I could take from that interview and say, like, man, this is a dope ass interview. That interview was not even. Okay. It's really not worth the watch. There's nothing that I gained from it. I didn't gain anything from the whole talk that them two had.
I don't even count it as a beef. I think Pump just wanted, he just wanted to name like one rapper who's like who blew up and all that, just to get their response. That's all he wanted to do.
It's not a beef. But J. Cole's 1985 made it a beef. You know what I'm saying? Him giving that type of response, it kind of made it a beef. Is there anything else we want to add to that?
I think we're good on it.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else.
Yeah, you ain't had nothing on it, man.
It's because I didn't keep up with none of that. I was just sitting there like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit back on this one.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
I think we should talk about this now. Since we've already been talking about music, I think we should talk about the 3 albums that me and you listen to, if you listen to all 3.
Okay. Well,
I gotta take another back seat.
But first,
I
I need
already
to make a
said what I
collection.
said about Pusha T's album.
I need to make a collection on the video. How I said the J-Rock's album was coming out last week, it was long. It comes
Yeah,
out
I
in
knew
June.
you was wrong, man. I'm like, I didn't hear no announcement of him.
I saw
dropping
the
it
tweet,
this
and I really thought I saw 5:25, not 6:15. I'm like, fuck.
week. Listen, Brennan, you're wrong, man. All right,
Okay.
you thought you saw
I
something and
goofed
it
up.
wasn't
Okay,
true.
I goofed up.
Yeah, glad you reminded me, man. But yeah, like I was saying, I already said Pusha T's Daytona album was dope. One of the best albums of 2018. Who else? Zaytoven was Zaytoven. I expected it to be what it was. It was an shout out to him, one of the best producers. So like,
Did he
and
do
what
the
else came out?
ASAP
Rocky's album literally has been overshadowed by the Pusha T and Drake beef.
I think it really has.
Well,
But-
first of all, Daytona overshadowed the album in my opinion, because I don't necessarily believe a lot of people was just sitting there waiting on the ASAP Rocky album.
I think they're waiting for Pusha T, to be honest. Even though they've both been out of the game for like, what, 2 or 3 years now, but still. Rocky's been consistent. He's been
But
like on
the
features.
cover of Daytona
That's disturbing.
was enough to overshadow the album, and the beef, of course, the beef was enough to overshadow ASAP Rocky's album. Listen, I'm not even going to go to a deep depth of what I heard in ASAP Rocky. I'm not a huge fan of ASAP Rocky. And listening, and I decided I was going to listen. Man, I got into like the first 3 tracks of that shit, and I was like, I was done. I was done with the album. I didn't want to listen to any more.
But I told you it
After 3
gets better.
tracks.
I told you it gets better after those. And it does, technically.
And I felt like he was trying to create a new wave, a new sound. For that being the reason why the album is called Testing for last week. I think it was last week you asked, well, it's so stupid, why are you going to call it Testing?
I don't.
That was the reason. He was testing out sounds. I found that out yesterday. He was testing out sounds. And the
Somewhat.
sounds were awful.
Did you finish the whole album or no?
No, I just said I only listened to like the first 3 songs and I turned that shit off. But I
told you
can tell you from those songs, I didn't like it. Brandon loves it.
I actually.
He somehow
knows-
puts
he's
it over
experimental.
Daytona when it's absolutely trash.
But to be honest, okay, but to be honest, ASAP was experimental on the album though. He's actually very experimental. I know people got hate
Well,
that album.
that experiment blew up in his face. I'm sorry. Production threw me off. It was just everything. I didn't like the whole album. Was just it was just a big scrap to me. The
There's that-
singles that he came out with were nah.
Which one are you talking about? You're talking about ASAP Forever and.
I don't know. Yeah, it was ASAP Forever. All that shit, man, dead it. That's how I feel about it. But then again, I only listen to 3 songs. I tried to get like a snippet of each song, and I was like, man, no, I'm good. Apparently, you like it.
It was like I said, it gets better after you listen after those tracks. After 3 tracks, you listen to more, and it sounds a lot better.
Now what is your problem with Daytona?
I thought it was just I think it's putting Kanye mostly, and I'm being serious on it. It's just I've never been like a big Pusha T fan, to be honest.
Yeah,
the only time I liked him,
I already knew you was not a big Pusha T fan.
The only time I liked him,
I hit you with that Pyrex meme, and you was like, "I don't get it."
I don't listen to a lot. I don't listen to a lot of Pusha T, and the only time I listened to Pusha T was when he was with his brother, and that's it.
Why Kanye? Why Kanye, brother?
I think it's just the beats. He could have.
The beats were dope.
Yeah, I like the beats and all, but I just think he could have had somebody else besides just Kanye the whole time.
Maybe he just wanted to stick with Kanye. I mean,
I think it would have been nice if we got a couple Pharrell produced tracks.
I thought it was going to at least one, but the thing that I think this is the main gripe from everybody. It's too damn short. It's only 7 tracks.
I don't have a problem with
it. People got at least hell on that shit.
Listen, from what I've seen, the album has gotten a lot of praise. I forgot what site had rated it, but it gave it a 4 out of 5 stars.
I'm just like I said before, I'm just not a big Pusha T fan, to be honest.
Rolling Stone gave it a review. Somebody from Rolling Stone gave it a review. Pusha T and producer Kanye West thrillingly sharp on Daytona gave it a 4 out of 5 stars.
The controversy about that is mostly the album art, mostly. I don't see.
I thought the cover was hard.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry. I thought
but Whitney Houston's estate's fucking pissed off about it.
But I think Whitney Houston's niece doesn't see a problem with it.
But that's too.
I don't know, but that's I don't believe that the niece is part of the estate.
Yeah, that's Danny Brown. I wonder what Danny Brown thinks of it.
But Danny Brown.
Not Danny Brown. What's that? Oh.
Bobby Brown.
Yeah, sorry, but yeah.
I highly doubt Bobby Brown's part of the estate that they've been divorced before this whole shit happened.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's under estate more than likely. I'm not sure who else will be. I'm not sure her parents.
Hey, that nigga been trying to clear his name from him starting Whitney on drugs for
years. I know.
A couple years after that damn Lifetime movie came out. Y'all seen that?
I heard about it. I never watched it.
Hey, he was like, "Hey, I didn't put Whitney Houston on drugs. She the one who did that shit. She been doing drugs before I did." And I believe that. I believe that. Women always like to put in there, "Oh yeah, it's the men started it." Girl, you was doing it before I did. We putting that on me.
This might be a dumb question, but how the fuck did Kanye get $84,000 to pay for that from Kim?
Probably because they're private photos. You know, they had to be photos where the people who were collecting the body, they were looking for evidence or whatever, and blah blah blah. And they took a crime scene photo of the bathroom. So I don't know, probably a media person had the photos and probably wanted to release it. But Kanye was like, "Give me those. I'll take them off your hands." And
here's $84,000.
Yeah, he paid him some rats for that. And what else? To the whole thing of having a 7-track album, I think a lot of people today like those type of albums.
I think you should at least have 10 on any album you do. You should at least have 10 unless it's an EP or something.
It didn't bother. The thing why it didn't bother me is because, you're giving me 7 tracks. Well, in these 7 tracks tells me that I may be getting the best quality of songs that I have gotten from you before. And they were. So it goes back to the saying quality over quantity. You don't need 30 damn songs on an album. You don't need that. Because we don't want to hear the filler. We want to hear the best of you. Fuck all the bullshit. We don't want to hear like 20 damn songs of you saying the same damn thing that you said in your last song that I really like. It's just nothing but a marketed off of that. You know?
Yeah.
You want to hear the quality. And that album gave us quality. But yeah, Brandon, your ass is trash, man. We basically shitted on albums of people that we necessarily aren't fans of.
Please
talk about Pusha, I'll talk about A$AP Rocky. I'm definitely not listening to the rest of that ASAP Rocky shit. Fuck that. ASAP, you can keep that shit. To me, I feel like ASAP Ferg is now the leader, seen as the leader of ASAP Mob.
Seriously going there?
Yeah.
How many freaking ASAPs are there for number one?
He's got better.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
Oh god.
I only know ASAP,
Ferg.
ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg, ASAP 12E,
Yams.
ASAP Ant.
What's in peace to
ASAP,
Yams?
well, Yams died.
But what's in peace to him? But
Yeah, R.I.P. ASAP Bari.
I don't know who that is. I never listened to him.
He's the owner of a high fashion clothing. I think he's the owner. Oh no, I'm not one of these what are these hype beasts? I'm not them. All right, it's called The Loan.
I heard of it.
And well, have you heard about him? Well, you probably haven't. You don't know who he is.
I heard one of the ASAP.
But he's not a rapper. He's not a rapper, by the way.
I heard
ASAP
somebody from
Bari's
the group
not a
actually got arrested for like sexual abuse or something like that. Something sexual.
That was him.
Oh, okay.
That was him.
But I'm not a rapper. But I'm not a rapper.
Hey, he's not a rapper. There's more of it. But, I feel like Playboy Cardi is part of the ASAP.
He's an affiliation, but he's not like his name's not like ASAP Cardi.
Yeah, it's almost like Wu-Tang in a way, but they're not good as Wu-Tang. But that's not a fault to them. But
Yeah.
ASAP Ferg has more hits than ASAP Rocky. These are facts. You got Work.
Gucci down to the socks like I'm Biggie Papa. Baby.
If y'all remember that song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
New Level featuring Future.
I'm on a new level.
Plain Jane.
Plain Jane.
Lamborghini chain, rest in peace to my superior.
Attackers
I think that's it.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Lucky has some, but not fucking problems.
But those hits, they bang, they slap. Plain Jane, definitely guarantee that it's playing in strip clubs damn near every day.
I bet you think it does.
It's getting played at somebody's party. New Level is on a Mountain Dew commercial with Kevin Hart on that Kickstarter shit. I don't see ASAP Rocky doing that. ASAP Rocky is the fashion guy, you know what I'm saying? He loves to be dripped out in all the designer names. But that's it. I don't see the... He took too much long of a break to be creating some shit that he gave people. To me, the album was awful.
Alright.
But yeah, that's all I got necessarily to say about the albums. What else can we get to? I'm telling you, man, these fucking topics, man. Let's get into some relationship shit.
Okay.
Ariana Grande.
I'm expert.
Or Mac Miller.
And Mac Miller. I'm gonna pull up the tweet. I screenshot it. Pull it up.
I have located the enemy.
Batman. I can't believe we all just did that.
A dude had, if y'all don't know, Mac Miller and Ariana Grande has broken up.
Oh my god, so
Oh
shocking.
my god, I can't
What's going on?
But that was like 2 weeks ago. But it did not take too long for her to find another date.
Found a new boo, eh?
Pete Davidson.
Who?
Oh.
I was about to say the same thing. Who the F is that?
Pete Davidson, he's an actor on SNL. He's one of the cast members on there. He's a comedian.
Okay.
Comedian slash actor. I've seen him. He's been on Roast. Yeah, he's been on that. She jumped onto that, and now people are looking at her like, damn, she pretty much jumped to a relationship pretty quickly. And also, the way she left Mac Miller, who put out an album full of songs dedicated to her, how could she do such a thing?
She exposed him.
And here's a dude who tweeted about the whole... Hold on, who's messing with their mic, bro? Is that me?
I was adjusting something.
Well, damn, nigga.
That's gotta be cut.
At least let us know that you're doing that shit.
It was an adjustment.
I thought there was something wrong with my headphones.
Me too.
It was a tweet by a fan who said, Mac Miller totaling his G-Wagon and getting a DUI after Ariana Grande dumped him for another dude after he poured his heart out on a 10-song album to her called The Divine Feminine is just the most heartbreaking thing happening in Hollywood.
It's
Now.
well, I don't know about that, but it is kind of crazy.
Hold on. She had responded to him. She screenshotted her note. Like a note. I'll explain it. She says, how absurd that you minimize female self-respect and self-worth by saying someone should stay in a toxic relationship because he wrote an album about them. Which, by the way, isn't the case. In quotes, just Cinderella is about me. Then she goes on, I am not a babysitter or a mother, and no woman should feel that they need. I have cared for him and tried to support his sobriety and prayed for his balance for years, and always will, of course. But blaming women for a man's inability to keep his shit together is a very major problem. Let's please stop doing that. Of course, I didn't share about how hard or scary it was while it was happening, but it was. I will continue to pray from the bottom of my heart that he figures it all out and that any other woman in this position does as well.
Okay.
So, do we feel like Ariana Grande's a thought?
No, she's innocent.
Nah, I don't think so.
Still baby material, if I'm being honest.
Well, let me tell you something, man. Everything cannot be placed on the man.
That is true.
But you know, we're like, oh, the relationship was so toxic, and she somehow feels like she cleansed herself, and now she's going on to the good girl thing. Like, please don't sit here and tell me that 2 days before you get with another dude you came out of a relationship. You had talked to old dude before you broke up with your current boyfriend. You had to have some type of relationship with him before you broke up. Because no one's getting into these, dating so quickly. And I feel like only women do this. I don't see a lot of men who jump into another relationship after they get out.
I don't. I take time.
Shoot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Us men, don't we necessarily, after we get out of a relationship, we want to enjoy this thing, like, even though we may be a little sad sometimes. Yeah. We have emotions too. However, for us who want to live that something, we're free, you know what I'm saying? We just want to enjoy time by ourselves.
And bang everything in sight.
Oops.
I ain't gonna say that.
Am I lying?
Nah, man, sometimes we need to, heal. Sometimes we want to focus on money, and you're kind of hurting my point. I'm trying to get everybody out there to realize that us men ain't the enemy.
Right. Okay. We're not. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're not the enemy. But yeah, like I was saying, we don't jump into relationships so quickly. But yet we're the dogs. Ariana Grande, man. And first of all, it's not a person with a blue check mark next to their name. This is a regular dude. How the hell you gonna find this dude's tweet so quickly? And then you decide to type up a note to the nigga, and you send it to him. Like, yeah, like, how you going to? She got offended very quickly.
Right.
Because this is not the first time that she's heard this. So what compels you to send that response so quickly? It's because the truth hurts.
Right.
But then again, I don't know the truth. I'm not hitting her draws. You know what I'm saying? Even though I wouldn't mind to be,
Yes, we know. We know.
But yeah, it's your girl out here, man. I think she wildin', bro.
Listen, I don't. Ariana Grande. I remember when I met a lookalike of her on.
I remember this story.
And
He was so upset.
Man, you
He was
fucked it up,
upset as hell.
You fucked it up.
I was mad, man. I was mad. But
shout out to that girl.
She's not gonna watch
Maybe
this.
she's a follower of the podcast.
She fucked
it'd be
up.
crazy if she remembered me in some way. But nah, I don't really care anymore because you know. But
Yeah, he all booed up. I forgot.
Here we go.
Boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up.
Boot up, and my heart go boot up.
We are not gonna do that every time.
Yep.
Hey man, you bring it up, I'ma sing it, man.
Alright, but Mac Miller and Ariana Grande, yeah, her getting into a relationship that fast means that dude had to been around at some point during the relationship. Yeah, pretty much during the relationship, but he had to been around. So whether she was cheating or not, I don't know, but she had him in that dude in her pocket just in case Mac Miller was acting up.
Yeah. Hey guys. Just to jump in, Pusha T has responded.
What?
Oh shoot!
Breaking
right
news.
on schedule. Right on schedule.
What's the song title called?
The song is called "The Story of Adidon."
Oh, he's trying to. He's trying to mess up with Drake's name, Arbery.
No, it feels like it's something I gotta listen to. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that after the podcast.
Then we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, let me save this link so I can go back and listen to that song. It's on hotnewhiphop.com on that Facebook page. That's how I found it. Hey, what did I tell y'all? It could be today. It could be the weekend that he responds, and he has responded today.
I think he got tired of people.
We were.
Yeah. He got mad at people treating him all day. Say, "Oh, you gotta respond to Drake."
He responded, man. We want to see how it sound like.
Hey, hell yeah! I got to play the game again. Yay!
Oh my god.
I feel special.
Yes. But yeah, man. It's Ariana Grande's relationship. You know, it's not my place to judge who she fucked. Don't make my dick hard. So, but it's some suspicion to, you know, you hurrying up and jumping into a relationship. But that's what women do. But women won't admit to that. I won't say all women, but
99% of them.
Y'all bitches ain't shit. But yeah. I guess we can get off of that.
I know another relationship we can talk about, Kayla.
Man, what?
Okay. Amber Rose supposedly cheating on 21.
Oh, I thought you was. Never mind.
No, I was gonna say. There's another one I gotta talk about after this. So.
I wasn't really gonna jump onto that, but Amber Rose cheating on 21. 21 got played, bruh.
I think he did.
Then again, but this is speculation, so we don't necessarily know if it's true. But
right.
But the weird thing about it is,
and she fucked one of our homies, one of his homies.
We just don't know what we can believe about Amber Rose because all the dudes she's been with, and how can you believe what she says? Like, oh, I love this guy, but then they break up. She married fucking Liz, and then they divorced. And she probably still has love for Liz. I'm being honest on that. I think she does.
I have tried to defend Amber Rose and her slut walk because I think that's for a good cause, but she is the definition of a thought.
No, Black China is worse, to be honest.
Black China is worse.
Yeah.
However, when you're somebody like Amber Rose, and me for disagreeing, you're kind of pushing that being a slut is okay.
Yeah, well, see, she's almost going against her cause, because her cause is to not judge based on what women wear. But she's out here being what she doesn't want to be judged as.
But we all knew that. We just needed confirmation, but we got the confirmation. But, well, we don't necessarily have the confirmation, but we never heard this type of story from her. But 21 got played. I seen somebody had respond to it on Twitter like, yeah, he was after that he was singing this song. He was singing Cardi B's "Be Careful." You wanna be careful with me. Oh my God, this nigga
was he
is
monitoring
singing
his
that
hell
song.
on it?
Huh?
Was he monitoring his hell on it? That
Almost sound like it don't. What?
21
Say that
Savage.
again. You know I don't understand your
21
gibberish.
Savage being monotone.
Man, it sounded like he was crying on the video. You know, yeah.
I thought he was a game banger.
Know what you doing?
Hey, I'm not gonna question nobody's gangster, man. All right. I don't know what he has done. I won't be the one to put that claims on him if I don't know.
Brandon, gangsters have emotions too, man. They got emotions too. He ain't no robot, man.
They can cry too. Yeah, I don't really got much to say about that. Other than Amber Rose, you're going up against your cuz, ain't you? I don't know if it's real or not, but fucking your man's homie, bruh, that's disrespectful.
That is. That's just cutthroat bull crap. It's nonsense.
And that hurts more than just sleeping with a regular ass nigga, like who you don't know.
Exactly.
It's what sluts do.
That's ridiculous. What else want to talk about?
You can talk about Curry and his wife.
Man, if you don't stop reading off my damn thing, I didn't send it to you for you to read off it and tell me what I need to talk about next.
Because I got nothing else, I'm just reading off your list, so that's one reason I'm doing it.
Get off my list. Get off my list.
You should not send it to me then.
Listen, you would have been asking me like, okay, what are we gonna talk about today? So that's why I sent that. But on to more relationships. Do we believe Nicki Minaj is dating Eminem?
No, still fucking trolling.
I think they are too.
I hope they're trolling. I hope they're trolling.
They are, dude. It's quite obvious they're trolling. It
don't matter. There's always that possibility, man. There's always the possibility it could be real.
Hey, but Eminem has been shooting his shot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Shooting his shot, huh?
Hey, that would be a power couple, though.
Weird
they
couple.
Would. I don't know. I just
the
don't feel that they would last.
Is one thing.
She couldn't even last with Meek, and I felt like Meek was like the woman in that relationship.
Man, how you gonna diss Meek like that, man?
I mean, shoot, is this a world tour or your girls tour?
Damn. Why you gotta bring up old stuff, huh? Why you gotta bring up old stuff?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I don't necessarily believe it's true.
I think I believe what everybody else says.
Though.
What everybody else says, though mostly it's because he might have a song coming out. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Hey, he may be on the album. Speaking of the album, it got pushed back.
Oh, God. Yeah, I told you guys about that. It was going to be June 15th, but now it's August 10th.
But like I was explaining to you in the group chat, the reason why it got pushed back is simply because I don't know if it was Cash Money or Universal. Probably Cash Money and Universal was like, okay, you're not going to go up against Drake and you're not going up against Kanye because you will ultimately lose. So, we'll throw you all the way into August.
So you have no album.
Or it could be possibly that the album is not finished.
One thing I can say about Queen right now is Safe to Relax to 1980 Chun Li is officially gold status now. You want gold today?
Hasn't most of our hits been featuring people?
Majority of the time, yeah. No, yeah, now because.
But that's always kind of happened to artists stuff. Like that's why people always reach out for features.
Because features can help your song sell more.
But this is a hit for it. It's definitely a bounce back for it. I fuck with Chun-Li.
Oh yeah, I love Chun-Li.
Fire routines is like always not the best in the world, but still, it's still good.
What else?
I said
you want
one,
to
but you
talk
said
about
no.
you want to talk about Will Smith burning these niggas out here, bro?
Oh my god, I love that freestyle. I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
That was awesome. That was awesome, man. I am so tired of people underrating Will Smith. If they go back and listen to Lost and Found, he showed that he could tell a story. He's been showing that he could tell stories in his raps and have meaningful raps. But everyone called him corny because, you know, get jiggy with it. No.
Yeah, because, like, he don't cuss in his raps.
Who cares?
Yeah, man. People, y'all need to put respect on Will Smith's name. First rapper to ever win a Grammy. What else has he done?
He has like a freaking 12-time platinum album.
No, it's 9 times.
Yeah, I don't care, man. Close enough.
How much do you gotta do to go diamond?
10 million. Diamond albums, you have to sell over 10 million copies. But if you have a double disc, you can sell 5 million on one and 5 million on the other. That's how Outkast's album went diamond. And same with Tupac's album, how it was a double disc.
So I have flipping.
Play the game again.
How can you listen to Big Willie Style? I think that's what the album was called, Big Willie Style, and not call it a classic album. Big Willie Style is a classic. It had nothing but hits. It had Welcome to Miami, I think it was on there.
Mm-hmm.
Getting jiggy with it.
Even though Nas wrote that song.
Yeah, that was a. It was a bar though.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Nas didn't just release the track himself.
He would lose credibility.
I think he would have been calling him corny probably.
Hey, but Nas wrote that hit, man. It worked out. I would love to be a songwriter.
But you can't. If you're a ghostwriter, would you rather be a ghostwriter or a songwriter? You know, the same thing, but like
they are the same thing, man.
But the songwriters get more attention than if you're a ghostwriter, because the ghostwriter doesn't show like their name or anything.
Hey,
so
if I'm getting paid racks, I don't need the attention.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll write an R&B song. I can write that, even though my ass can't sing. I'll write niggas some raps if they need it, man. I'll write it, motherfucker. So any of y'all who need to sprucing up your bars, or ladies or guys y'all singing, y'all need to get y'all shit up, hit your boy up. I got it all for you. I'll make a hit for you. But anyway, yeah, man. People need to put respect on Will Smith's name, man.
Exactly.
Isn't like what 6 or 7 of his films close to over $100 million?
Yes. Yeah, he had 7 films in a row that grossed over $100 million.
He's talented. There's nothing that he can't do.
Exactly. He even has a successful YouTube channel. He's not even a YouTuber, and he has a successful channel.
He doesn't. You should see his motivational in skydiving for the first time. It was actually very emotional. I loved it when I watched that.
Oh, did you shed a tear?
Yeah, I did. It's emotional.
I could do anything. Okay. Y'all want to talk about Ron Fest versus Kim Kardashian?
Oh God. Ron Fest.
Ron Fest.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh God.
For your information, he wrote Jesus Walks.
Oh.
Or he helped
write facing Kim Kardashian.
Okay, so.
I'll let you do it.
And this ties into the Pusha T and Drake beef. Because once Drake sent that invoice, Ron Fest had asked Drake on Twitter, after you send your money, could you please help or tell Kanye West to help fund Donda West House? Or what is it called? Donda's House? Donda's House is a non-profitable charity house. You know, they help with the youth and all that. Because Kanye West doesn't give a fuck. Basically, that's what he said.
You know, it's named after his mother.
Yeah. He hasn't helped with anything of Donda's House. and it's always been up to us, so we need help. Well, Kim Kardashian had seen it
Shooting off.
and had basically responded by saying, "You had fake Yeezys on in the studio." Laugh emoji. And I went in to say, I have the tweets. Hey, I'm the screenshot king up in here, man. Let me show y'all something.
I'm gonna show it anyway, so.
Man, what the fuck? Bring up, oh shit. Where are my screenshots?
Bad guys.
Right, here we go. Do the tweets. Where the fuck are they? I hate this. Alright, here we go.
Coming in black.
Here we go. Kim Kardashian says, "You haven't been right since you got kicked out of the studio in Hawaii wearing fake Yeezys, Rhyme-Fest." Laugh emoji. "You're over leveraging Kanye's name and asked Kanye to donate money to you. So stop with your fake community politics and lies. Truth is, you haven't been able to sustain the foundation. I saw you at our studio a few weeks ago, so why didn't you bring this up then? You were trying to get Kanye to listen to your subpar beats.
Oh.
You have the audacity to use Kanye's mom's name to try to shed a negative light on Kanye. You didn't say this when Kanye paid you up front, then you disappeared during Pablo. Hashtag real friends. You better believe I will make it my mission to take Donna's house from you and let my children run it the way it should be run."
Whoa.
Oh, and lastly, your flight canceled to Wyoming. You thought you were really worthy to be on this album? 3 laughing emojis.
Oh,
She went
how
hard
she learn to
on
clap back? How she learn to clap back like that? That's
Kanye.
Probably Kanye was.
Kanye probably wrote that shit.
But when I read that, man, I really got mad.
And who? Her?
Yeah. Hold on. And let me explain, because this man is literally, all he's doing is asking for help.
That's
to help for charity. And she brings up fake Yeezys. And he responds elegantly. I don't have the response that he had. But he basically saying, "Listen, I didn't see you around when we was doing this, so all I've asked is for the money and blah 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 blah." It's like, "Yeah, man, Rhyme-Fest, how you gonna do all this? Kim Kardashian, you bitch.
Holy fuck.
How you?"
I just got played a game 3 times in a row. I feel special.
Okay, now listen, you're not going to interrupt me because you know I like to forget shit.
I'm just excited, okay? I got 3 times in a row. I feel special.
So
you're not.
Yeah, you special ed, but you ain't that.
Asshole. But go on.
So I was like, "Yeah, how can you be like this?" Up until there was people who used to work at Donda's house, and basically they exposed Rhyme-Fest, or one dude did. Basically what happened to the dude is that one or two of the members, like the volunteers of Donna's house, were like doing music, and I think they dated. And it involves J. Cole.
Oh god.
J. Cole was trying to reach a way to, donate money to Donna's house and do a whole bunch of special things. If I'm getting it wrong, somebody correct me. And basically Rhyme-Fest felt like the kids who was working there was trying to use J. Cole, was using Donna's house name to get J. Cole to work with them and do a whole bunch of music together, because the dude was supposedly an engineer. And basically trying to use Donda's house to get it. And the conversation he had with somebody else was recorded. He was talking bad about the people he was working with. He was talking bad. And that kind of let me go back and it was like, I was about to go in on Kim Kardashian, but this bitch pulled receipts.
Pulled the receipts.
She pulled the receipts. She had the facts, and I was like, man, how could she do that? Till the old boy was like, oh yeah, I got it. So I want to apologize. I want to apologize to Kim. However, you still support Kanye and his ridiculous. Yeah, I know, but you can tell your husband when he's wrong.
I think she could. Didn't she try when he had when he had that tirade all over Twitter when he came back to Twitter this year?
Yeah, she did say you need to clear that up and that you're not supportive of Donald Trump policies. She told him that.
Right.
But I'm still like, this nigga's crazy, and he is in a sunken place. But you're not going to admit that because, one, you're the one who's stirring the teacup.
Oh, she's stirring the teacup.
But, yeah, man. It's funny how one beef turns and forms another one. That's funny, that crazy. But yeah, Kim Kardashian, she went in on Rhyme Fest, man. So Rhyme Fest is looking a little But yeah, how you gonna talk bad about your coworkers, man?
That's just sad if you ask me.
But to be honest, I really don't think Kanye is funding at all for that thing. I think that thing stopped a couple years ago. I think he was like, you know what, fuck them kids. However, I feel like Rhyme Fest, if this stuff is true, and there was a recording, so it very well may be, especially the pot calling the kettle black.
I'm not being stupid, but what's that mean? Because I've heard it multiple times before. I just never
Hold on, you don't know what that means?
No, I really don't. I never heard the saying before.
Oh my!
Just God! Just say it.
Have you ever seen the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other?
Yes.
And they look at exactly. That's what it means.
That doesn't help at all. Really.
You can't call somebody this if you've done the exact same thing.
Oh, okay.
That's what it means.
Okay, thank you.
That's what it means.
They won't be stupid right now.
I'm surprised you didn't know that. But then again, I shouldn't be. All for Rhyme Fest and Kim Kanye. I have Harvey Weinstein turns himself in.
Weinstein. Kill it.
Man, I don't give a fuck. His ass going to jail. I don't care.
It's time to go to jail.
It's time to clean the streets up. Get these fuckers out of here. Me too, movement. I support you.
Okay.
How are we feeling about Weinstein? Weinstein.
I mean, we knew it was gonna happen. He had too many allegations against him.
Yeah, you can't just act like it never happened because there's like so many people that lied in their mouths said what happened in the past.
Do we think he can beat the case though? Can he do what Bill Cosby almost did?
I don't know. I don't think he can. Not at all.
Hey, Bill Cosby was out of that bitch. And it was like, hold on, nigga. Like, no, you got another trial to go to. It was like, what?
Yeah, they wasn't done with him.
I wonder what the sentencing gonna look like.
Probably saying
it's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, because how many people? There's like what, over 20 women or so?
It was over 50, I believe.
How much? Alex, do you remember?
I don't, but I think it's gonna be a long enough sentence the way he died in jail, man.
He probably will, just like Bill Cosby will. You know, he's like in his 80s. I'm not sure. I think Weinstein's probably like what, 60s?
Yeah, 60, 70, something like that. Man looks bad, man. He looks like a damn drunk when he was walking down the court, bruh.
I guess he would.
Hey, man, we'll never know. He is white, so he may get off of that.
He won't get
All right,
killed.
what was you about to say, Alex?
I was gonna say he's 66.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew he was up there in age.
Yeah, I do got one thing. Did y'all see that trailer for the Happy Time Murdered?
No.
No. Is that a show or a movie?
It's a movie. It's a rated R Sesame Street, pretty much. So they're being sued. Yeah.
Is the trailer still up?
Yeah, the trailer's still up. You want to watch the Red Bed one because that you know how R-rated it is if you watch the Red Bed one. Red Band.
Yeah.
One.
Well, if you see it, man, go ahead and send that link so I can watch it after this.
But
yeah, what
they're
you
being
want to say on
by the people who own the Muppets in Sesame Street. But technically, those people shouldn't be suing because they don't own all of the Muppets. They just own those specific Muppets. And that's how the Happy Time Murders can exist as an R-rated entity.
So you saying they're going to lose that one?
I think it's a huge possibility to lose it because I think this movie's going to come out. I don't think it's going to make a lot of money, but I think it's going to come out and yeah.
Hey, controversy sells.
It does. It does. I didn't like the trailer though. I felt the jokes were very forced in the trailer.
Yeah, if they're forced, it would remind me of Sausage Party. Have y'all seen that?
I haven't seen it yet.
I've seen some of it. I've seen some of it.
It was like those jokes were pushed.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same thing with this Happy Time Murders. I feel that they're purposely trying to be R-rated, F-bombs every left and right just to be R-rated. I'm like, come on, it's got to be natural.
Okay. I think we're off that. Anybody else got something to add?
I believe we might be done.
No, I got 3 more topics on the docket, sir.
Okay, then why'd you ask us? You could have just started.
Okay, bitch.
Okay.
Now, 2 weeks ago, I had told artists out there when the whole Spotify hate policy went down that if you guys want to really stick it to them, those who have been accused must make the threat of removing their music completely from the platform. Unfortunately, the ones who were accused did not make that threat. However, someone bigger made that threat. Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Really? I didn't hear about this.
People in this camp have made a threat that if they don't revise the policy, Kendrick Lamar's music will be removed from Spotify.
Is this from Anthony and Punch?
I don't know. It would have to be from either one of them. I would guess Punch, since he deals with the artists more.
And Anthony just discovers them. Okay.
So that'll be interesting. But yeah, man, I just want to gloat and tell y'all I was right. Because Spotify has said immediately, okay, we're going to revise our policy. That's what you gotta do. You gotta stick it to their pockets, man. So I'm gonna pat myself on the back, even though I'm not a mainstream artist.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? I know them business moves, so I know how to hit them.
Oh my God.
See, everybody, Kendrick Lamar, your people, they should thank me because I know I gave y'all that idea.
Yeah, Kendrick watched our podcast and said that.
Yeah, he probably did. Kendrick Lamar is probably a fan of the podcast.
Oh, okay. Why he's not following us on Twitter then?
He probably seen where we had gave Damn the winner, and that we had Black Panther in the top 2 as well. He was like, oh yeah, I fuck with these little niggas, man. I fuck with them.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Kendrick, shout out to you, man. But hey, man, you do take an L for bringing up that white girl, man.
Yeah, that was a dumb
okay,
move, man.
you praise them, then you criticize them. There you go.
Hey, man. That's what brothers do. Kendrick Lamar, you my brother, man. I love you, man. I love your music. Alright. Ayesha Curry versus Houston fan. So if you don't know, I think it was game 5 after the Rockets won. Ayesha Curry was getting yelled at by a Houston fan, and that Houston fan had bumped her belly. She's 8 months pregnant.
What a dick.
And he was just in her face talking a whole bunch of shit, had the camera up to her face and blah blah blah, talking shit about Steph Curry's dad while he was there. So, do we believe that fans take it way too far?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because she's putting it, dude.
They were the whole reason that the Malice in the Palace happened all them years ago.
Exactly. And I think that the NBA should be doing something about this. Cause look at what happened. I don't know if you've seen, Alex. You probably did. Where after the Jazz beat the Thunder.
Oh yeah, Westbrook got in that encounter. He almost smacked the phone out of the guy's hand.
Yeah, you're not gonna. That's disrespectful. You're not gonna put your hand and your phone in my face like that, man. And then you know the fans say slick shit.
Of course.
Fans need to be put in that place, or else they're gonna get their asses whooped. There probably will be another Malice in the Palace. It will happen.
Entirely possible.
Especially if it's a player who ain't got shit to lose. Like Kendrick Perkins. That nigga show up in the damn games with jeans on, cause that nigga know he ain't playing. Nigga got South Pole jeans on with a damn blazer, bruh. You seen that shit?
Yeah.
Nigga, if that's not country ass style, man, that's country, boy. That's country ass nigga. Yeah, man, fans need to be put in their place, bro, or else they're just gonna get their asses beat. You cannot treat these people like they don't have any feelings. But when they choose to use those feelings against you, then you want to get pissed at them. Nah, that's not gonna work. Either you sit your ass down and enjoy the game, or get your ass kicked out.
Hey, Kaylin, I got a question.
Yeah.
For Curry's wife, what's she having?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I didn't knew it.
No idea, young
I think she revealed on Ellen. I think it's a girl.
Oh, okay.
It's another girl.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
But congratulations to them. Let's see. Last topic. There's a soccer star who is going to marry 2 women.
Oh, dear God.
Okay.
Why?
Different countries, different cultures.
Some religions let you marry more than one wife or husband.
Would y'all marry 2 people?
If they got along.
No. Here we go.
Did they do what? Say that again?
If they got
Because
along.
they got along.
My God.
First of all, to me, that's too much stress. One is enough. Thank you. One is enough.
Hey, this is one guy who's marrying 2 twins who look exactly alike. You can't very tell them the difference. I think they got married already.
Yeah, I don't want to be with 2. Because one, you got one girl who's already PMSing, right?
Oh, here we go.
And then she gets off her cycle and everything is cool, but here comes old girl. And then the other one, you're like, oh my God, I gotta deal with her emotional ass too. 2 emotional ass bitches in my house, man. That's too much. That's too much.
Shoot.
I don't know if I'm telling the truth. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's a little much.
But congratulations to the 3. That sounds so weird. Hell, Akon got a whole bunch of wives. That nigga got like
he got like 9.
Is he really? I've never heard about this.
Yeah.
Because in Africa, you can do that.
I said
Yeah, I know it's
religion's
part
what
of
you do it.
culture.
Religion's what
Yeah,
you
it's a
do
part
it.
of different cultures and religions.
Yeah, different cultures what you can do this.
I forgot what it's called. It's like
Monogamous
polysome.
or something like that.
I don't know. Polynegism.
Something with poly in it. Well, let's call it poly. Yeah, that's all I really got, man. Anybody else got anything they want to add up?
I think we're good.
We good, man?
I think we're good on that.
I think it's. I don't think it's been 3 hours.
I think it has.
No, because we started late. We started late.
Like 7 something.
Definitely been over 2 hours. But since we have nothing else to say, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for watching another episode of the Unfiltered podcast, along with my co-hosts Stumpy and Days.
Yup.
And I'm gonna leave this bit. I'm gonna go eat me some ribs. I'm gonna listen to Pusha T's response. I'm gonna watch this trailer.
I'm gonna go talk to my waifu and go to sleep.
Yeah, I need to go to sleep because I gotta take my black ass in the way. But again, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go follow us on our Facebook page. Go follow us on Twitter. And go follow us on our individual places on Twitter. And we shall see y'all again next week. Peace out.
Peace.
Don't push me when I'm in album mode. You're not even top 5 as far as your label talent goes. You send shots, well I gotta challenge those. But I bring calicos to the Alamo. I could never have a Virgil in my circle and hold him back cause he makes me nervous. I wanna see my brothers flourish to their higher purpose. You niggas leeches and serpents, I think it's good and now the teachers are learning. Yeah, your brother said it was your cousin and him and you. So you don't rap what you did, you just rap what you knew.